Hey, so today we're talking about Joel Osteen. He's back at it again. And Bitcoin has finally hit its all-time high and why I stopped working with my financial advisor. Are you ready? Welcome to the Saymichael podcast. What up? What is going down? Welcome to the Saymichael podcast, one man's attempt at business, family, and comedy. We are here at the 50th episode, and you know who I am, your humble and gracious host, Michael Aigbedion. But you already know, before we continue, shout out to super producer, Saymichael. What's good?
Yo, what's good? What's good?
How you feeling, bro?
I feel great, bro.
Why? Tell me why, because you know that I need that energy. What's good?
I finally got the PS5.
Ooh!
Yeah.
Let's get it. You got it?
I got it, bro.
How you feel about it?
I feel great, bro. Listen, man, like the last month and a half, bro, them bots have been whooping my ass, bro. Best Buy, Walmart.
You couldn't lock in.
I couldn't lock in. There was times I was so close. Even Amazon, I was so close. They canceled the order.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, man, I was happy, bro. I want to give a big shout out to my boy, Zach. If you're watching this, bro, if you see this, bro, thank you so much.
Hey, giving those flowers, I appreciate that.
Give them the flowers while they're here, bro.
Yeah.
Give them the flowers while they're here, bro.
So your life has changed since you got the PS5.
Hey, bro, I'm literally not coming out my house the rest of 2020, bro.
Bro, look, let me just say this. This is an investment, right?
And a decade investment here, bro.
Okay, good, because you know what they said. This might be the last one.
It might be the last one because you know they come out with consoles every 7-8 years. So you know they came out with the PS4 back in 2013, 2020, PS5. But you know even the CEO of Sony said this might be the last like console they ever put out. So
yeah, and he got it on his own. So he got this on his own. He earned it.
Earned it, man.
Gentlemen's, right?
I earned it, bro. I got my own PS5, bro.
You know what's going on with Joel Osteen?
What's good? What's good?
Man,
what's good,
okay, you already know. Okay, he took 4.4 million in PPP loan, you know, from the government. That's again paycheck protection program. He got 4.4 million and he used that to like pay for his employees and upkeep and things like that. But people are criticizing him because he has this huge stadium of a church.
Yes, it's the old Houston Rockets arena called the Summit, bro. That stadium is huge.
Yeah, and you know he already had some backlash from what happened with Hurricane Harvey.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, you know, and if you don't remember with Hurricane Harvey, he didn't really let anybody in, and he said that it was flooded. But when people, you know, showed the cameras and looked on the inside, no flood,
that boy was
nothing.
Lying, bro. Open the doors, bro.
Open the doors. And this is during Hurricane Harvey. People are in need. But now with the 4.4 million that he took with PPP, it's a little different. The energy's a little different because people were kind of had their eye on him. But see, look, I got a different opinion, and the reason why is that when the Lakers took their millions and they gave it back. I didn't understand why they gave it back, but I understand why they took it. And the thing is that even no matter how much money you have, you don't want to use your own.
True. Facts, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not the fact that they took it. See, Joel Osteen, and I speak for a lot of other people, they didn't take this money because they needed it. They took it because it was available.
It's available.
And if it's available to you versus digging into your own savings and digging out of your own checking, you could go to this third source of income for free, forgivable loan. Come on now. So people are upset with Joel Osteen talking about, oh, look at you. You have all this and you took this 4.4 million from businesses that really needed it, right? But when you talk about trillions and you said, hey, all you got to do is sign up. Look, he took money because it was available. And I can't really blame him for that.
Can't blame him, but hey, man, like I said before, that church is big, man. It's
gigantic,
big, bro. It's gigantic, very.
Yeah. So I'm glad I had to share that because I really feel like people give him a bad look. Well, not really him specifically, but just people who kind of tap into opportunities versus, you know, like taking advantage. And I don't look at it as taking advantage. I see it more as him looking to take other people's money versus using his own, you know? But, you know, since we're on the, you know, on the subject of money, I had to part ways with my financial advisor.
Oh man.
Yeah. And this particularly this reason. Okay, look, we have a certain amount that we're trying to, a goal that we're trying to reach with our boys, right? So, my youngest son, Kenzo, had his birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday, Kenzo.
Yeah, happy 4th birthday, Kenzo. And so I have a 4 and a 5-year-old, right? And we're trying to set them up to where whenever they graduate high school, that they're set up financially. So we want to invest aggressively for them. So my financial advisor who handles our life insurance, I said, these are my goals, what I want to do. I have X amount of dollars that I want to put down, but then also this is what I want to do monthly going forward. So then from that moment, he's doing all this extra stuff. Oh, can you send me this information? Can you fill out this questionnaire? Can you do, send me this form? Can you do? I was like, I'm already telling you what it is that I have. Why can't we, move forward with that information? But yet he said this, yeah, Michael, instead of you putting this X amount of, dollars towards your, your kids every single month, maybe if we fix your cash flow and we do this and we do that with your business and do this, maybe you'll have, even more to give, even 2 times the amount to give for them. I'm like, but I didn't ask you to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like if I didn't ask you to do it and yet you're forcing me into a process that I don't want to be a part of, it became uncomfortable because he kept trying to do more than what I'm asking for. And it got to a level where I had to tell him straight up. And we had a conversation. It was with me and my wife. And he said, let's get onto a Zoom call. And mind you, before we wanted to get on a Zoom call, he wanted me to fill out another questionnaire. Again, too much stuff that I'm not interested in right now. And
that man forced me, man.
Yeah. And then I told him, I said, look, throughout the conversation, I was like, look, this is what's going on. You overcomplicate the entire process by showing us graphs and paperwork and schematics and all this when we're just trying to simply invest. I'm not the professional here. I'm here trusting you. So when you're telling me all these different things and graphs, I don't even know if I could agree or not because I don't know how it applies to my goals. So I told him this and he was like, yeah, and he wanted to, have another meeting. Again, he wants to do even more after that. And I had to just say, look, this is what I think it is. I think your teaching style doesn't align with my learning style. And then that's when it hit him. He says, you know what? I think you're right. I think you're right. And I guess we have to find you another person. I guess maybe that's a better fit for you. And I completely understand. And hey, you and Bly, you're awesome. I want to first say that you're awesome. And after, I want to make sure, to keep this relationship going, we can still be friends, and I'll send you the necessary things. But he did this while looking frustrated. So I knew he was probably as frustrated as I was. And he says, I was like, okay. He's like, okay, that sounds good for you. Are we all good? And I was like, yeah, we're all good. And he's like, okay, okay, bye. Bye. And he hung up. And I kind of felt like a weight off my shoulders because, look, this is what I need you to learn from this, is that never invest your money in things that you do not understand.
Free game.
And I did not understand for the life of me what he was trying to get us to, because he wasn't talking about our goals. He was more talking about the process and the analysis and all these different type of things, rather than talking about what it is that we came to him for. And I said it with anybody, don't invest in what you don't understand. And the reason why is because when you invest, you need confidence. That's how you know to stay in something even when the going gets tough, and then you know that it's going to help you get to your long-term goal. And because I didn't have the confidence in what he's doing, I mean, who knows? By the time, Idle and Kenzel turn, 18, 20 years old, and we only have like $3,000 for him. And I'm like, I thought this was supposed to grow. I thought it was supposed to be this. And he's like, hey, I told you what it was. It's like, I didn't understand it to be this. And that's what it is. Because when I, when I invest in a Roth IRA or in stocks, I do my research. I look into it, to see what it is that I want, what it is, does it align with my goals, and that's why I say, like, you just got to make sure that you align yourself with people and things that you understand and that you could believe in. And that's why I had to part ways. So for anybody who's looking into investing in people or in things, make sure you understand. But one thing I told y'all about that y'all need to understand is that Bitcoin is at all-time high. And
the price went up?
Price went up, bro. Right now it's like at almost 21,000.
Sheesh.
Yeah. And I remember I got into Bitcoin. And this was like literally whenever it's like super fire hot. What was that? Like 2-3 years ago? It went it was like super high, but you know, I think at the highest it went to like 18,000. But now it's like reaching its heights. And I told you all a couple of weeks ago that if you're looking into like putting your money somewhere, Bitcoin's a good place. Now I use Coinbase. Mind you, Bitcoin and all the coins, Wild Wild West. You know, there is no complete clear standard on it. And again, I don't fully even understand Bitcoin. So that I invest in that a little bit more cautiously because I understand what it is that has helped me meet my financial goals. But as far as like the understanding of the technology and all this, I have a somewhat beginner's understanding of what Bitcoin is. So I would say look into Bitcoin, XRP, that's our Ripple, you know, those are things that are moving right now. But, you know, if you're trying to look for something a little bit more traditional like stocks, okay, there's one that I just invested in that I really like, and it's called Jumia. You heard of Jumia?
Is it the African Amazon?
Boom, boom, boom. Oh, do I even have the thing? Oh, no, I was going to do the horns, but I was going to do a ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, ding, ding, ding. Yeah, because, it's the Amazon of Africa. And if you look at its last 5 years, it's been growing. I'm talking about growing hundreds of %, you know?
I heard it's booming, bro. It's booming over there.
Yeah, so I would look at ticker item, I think it's like JMIA, something like that. And also another one called Growth Generation. And they actually, I just purchased some of that, which is they focus on the hydroponics when it comes to growing indoors and with the lighting and the trays and all that. So these are two particularly great stocks for long term. And before you even look into getting into stocks, you need to have the understanding of fundamentals. And by the fundamentals, I'm talking about what kind of trader do you want to be? You have to understand these things because you could be a swing trader, which is you trading, you know, not as a day trader on a day-to-day basis, but more on the swings of the market. Or you could be a day trader, you know, which I tried to do one time, and that's the worst thing ever, at least for me. It didn't fit with me because you have to be on stocks every single day, and that's not me. I don't have that type of time. I'm more of a buy and hold, you know. So I look at things that not only that I use every day, like Amazon or like Spotify, Apple, Netflix. What else? I don't have a Tesla, but I believe in Tesla and I invest in that. These are the things, and I look to just keep putting money regularly into this, automatically into these stocks, because it's going to grow over time. You could do that, or you could do like ETFs, which is just you putting money into like basically the entire stock market and growing with that. But I would like to encourage you to look into what your style is. And I would say the way to start, the beginner's way, is really to understand what is already around you. What are you already using? Do you wear Adidas or do you wear Nike? You know,
Nike.
Like you wear Nike, right?
Well, I like Adidas too, bro. But for me, checks over stripes.
Checks over stripes. That's funny. Yeah. So you got to look at, so for him, I would say, hey, why don't you invest in Nike, right? And then Sony, why don't you invest in Sony? Because I say anything that you already put in money into, you're actually bringing that back to yourself, and you're actually putting that energy out that for more people to kind of go into the direction that you're going to invest, you know? So
yes, sir.
Just know your style. And the biggest thing behind it is that, okay, there's something called full disclosure. And by full, I'm talking about FOOL. When you get information, when people tell you, like myself, to go here and go there, do your own research. You have to do your own research. Whenever you're trying to figure out, A, how do you want to invest? A, what you want to do with your money, whether it be in spending or whatever, because you don't want to suffer from these mistakes in the long term. So again, anything I'm telling you now or what I've told you before, do your own research and double down, because that's what you call full disclosure. You don't want, not full as far as FULL, because that's a real thing, full disclosure, but there could be such thing as full. You know, fool's giving you information and it's sounding good, and you taking that information and then you're applying it in places that you just do not understand. So again, after you get information like what I'm telling you now or in any other place, make sure you do your own research.
Gotcha. Like fool's gold.
Yeah, but you know a place, if you ever want to kind of start, there's a YouTube account called the Come Up series. And it's by a gentleman by the name of Mark. And look, already gotten so much value from this guy, Mark Monroe. And it's amazing. So if you check out that YouTube series, the Come Up series, I think it's with like the Come Up Cousins or whatever. That's a great place to learn how to get into stocks and to what stocks to buy and what investments to make and how to invest. And again, it's talking about how to like do your own research. But there's like these last 3 little hustles I'm about to tell you about, just so you could kind of look on what's coming on the horizon. Because I already told you about the virtual kitchens and how people get into that hustle. And I'm seeing people already tap in. So more power to them. But the first one is Airbnb. Airbnb, as far as that game and how it's going right now, you know, you could be a super host, or you could have, you know, somewhat passive income through Airbnb. So I would encourage people to look at the opportunities of Airbnb, what they could do with that. Second is Turo. If you remember what Turo is, bro?
Nah, man, fill me on that.
It's like the rental car app where you could kind of like, we have 2 extra cars, right? Yeah. We could put our car on Turo and say, hey, whoever wants to rent this car, you can rent it for $20 a day.
Oh, so it's basically the Airbnb of cars.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it, bro. Yeah, the Airbnb of cars, bro.
We learning, bro. We learning one day at a time.
Yeah. So you could, if you have an extra car, or if you actually, some people are actually purchasing cars for Turo specifically, and you could have your own rental dealership through Turo, and you could rent these cars out on a regular basis. And I'm hearing, again, I haven't tapped into this yet, but I was there. I saw when Turo started a couple of years ago, and now I see how people are capitalizing by giving people the ability to flip cars through renting them out. You know, so if they're paying again like $500-$600, you can make 2-3 times that just from renting it out. So, and I probably already told you this, but you know, it's never bad to get a reminder. And then here's the last one. This is what I actually talked to my brother about, is that whenever you're about to sell, or not sell a company, whenever you're about to like go out of business, let's say you're closing a company. You know, I had a few friends who closed companies in the past where it wasn't working out with the partner, or it wasn't working out for the business, or, you know, basically they weren't making enough sales, right? So what usually happens is that people shut the business down, you know, close it up. Now, certain people who are in business on a higher scale, more in a commercial business, when they're about to go out of business, first thing they file for is bankruptcy, mainly because they could lock in the money that's already like within the business, split it up through bonuses throughout the company, and then scratch out their debt. So it's an easy way to kind of have a clean payback. You know, that's what they do. So it's a maneuver through filing for bankruptcy. Now, for people who have like small businesses, when it's not working out, people just usually close it. But you got to understand, that LLC that you got, that bank account that you got, that website that you got, that logo that you paid for, you know, the contracts that you put together, all these things, value, 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 value. You have to make sure that you understand that when you close up, you're throwing away all this value for free, you know. And I gave the example about, you know, my dad who sold the insurance company. You know, when he was just going to close it up, he said it's just not working out. But I told him you should look into selling it. And then he sold it. And then he's like, whoa, I would have just got zero for this, but instead I sold it. And I'm telling y'all for this, that you got to look into what you could do for yourself and how you could leverage on rather closing a business, but to sell the business. And if you want to know how to do it, you know, you go to a business broker. You could do it on your own. Again, it's like, that's like going independent versus like going with an agency or something. But you could do it on your own. And you can say, hey, business for sale. You can be more specific and say, hey, event planning business for sale. Or you could say burger spot for sale. And you could package up everything that you would have got zero for, put it through a business broker. And they're going to people who want to buy businesses, have no idea where to start. And then you got something already prepackaged, ready for them to already start moving forward. And again, that insurance company is still up to this day that my dad sold. And it would have been gone had he just shut it down, got rid of the sign. He had a sign that he paid like $3,000 for. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, wow, I didn't know
These
that.
are values. These are things that people just would have thrown away just because it wasn't working out. But you could make money from the closing of your business. Don't close it, sell it. So hopefully that was helpful. I think this was a good one. We're at the 50th episode, and this is a special one because I never thought this day would come. You know. Actually, I knew it would, but you know, it's hard. Like before we had our first son, Idol, I remember when Bly said, like, you know, when we find out that she's actually pregnant, and I said, okay, I'm gonna work so hard and stack bread. Yeah. And stack bread for the day that he comes. And literally you blink and he's already here.
Life moving fast.
So fast. And I was like, oh, it just came. Like literally, you're thinking, all right, I'm like in February. I'm like, okay, you know, I got time. I got this month. I got that month. But then when September came, now she's over here like, even look, bro. Even when Bly was like, you know, she's like, I think it's time. I even told her like, can you go lay down? Like, go lay down and just like rest. You know, like I'm not ready yet. I ain't stacked the amount that I need to make sure I'm good. You know. And she's like, no, I think it's time. And I was like, just go to sleep. Just try to lay down. And she tried to lay down. She's like, no, I think I need to go to the hospital. I was like, oh, I'm not ready. Oh, I'm not ready for a child. And I wasn't because it was hard. It was super hard. And that's why I say, you know, what was the whole point of this whole thing I was talking about?
About how things move so fast is within a blink of an eye. Yeah,
but what was the point? The whole point I brought up the whole having a child and waiting and saying that it never thought this day would come with the 50th episode.
Yeah, never thought of it.
Yeah. You started number 1, and then finally here we are, number 50. 50, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, we really at 53. You know, because
for real though?
Yeah, because I got 3 bonus episodes.
You said what?
Yeah, at the beginning, but I didn't add them to the number count. You know.
Oh, so those are like the lost episodes.
Yeah. No, they're actually freebies. You know what I mean? Like when I did the episode 1, it was so fun. I had to do it again, and I came with the second one. So I dropped the one that first day. The next day after that, I said, "Hey, guess what, y'all? I got a bonus for you." Boom, and I dropped the bonus. And then I came with the second episode, and then the third episode, and then I came with another bonus. You know, so far we've done 53 episodes. And yeah, it feels good because we're about to be at my 1-year anniversary, like literally in the next 2 weeks. Yeah. I wonder what people are looking forward to for the 1-year anniversary. I think I'm gonna kind of look at all the things that I loved or that I learned or that I experienced throughout this entire journey. The hot moments, the hot takes, the things that the listeners love the most and the watchers love the most. So it's gonna be a good one. Anything you want to share before we kind of cap things off?
No. Hope everybody's being safe as usual. Wear your mask, stay sanitized. If you do go out, just be aware of those around you, and all that kind of stuff.
Cool, bro. Well, I could definitely say before we part ways to the next segment is that if you're looking for a mentor, understand what value can you add back to them. And this is how you got to be creative. You got to think of that. How can I add value to them? So it's not so one way. So if you're looking for a mentor or someone to help you understand what it is to be an entrepreneur or what it is to be a business person or a family person or
self-development
in any way, perfect. Then I would say, look into how you can add value to those that you want to help you. So yeah, with that said, see you on the next segment. See you later on. Thank you so much. Love you. Peace out.
Peace.
Hey.
You caught me so off guard.
I did?
I'm over here fixing my hair.
Look at y'all. Hey, look. We already started with a good conversation. Good and juicy.
Good and juicy.
With me and my wifey.
Okay.
And if y'all are watching it, because you could be a listener.
Yeah.
You could listen for it. You could hear that she has her braces off.
You see
How you feeling?
Can you see it? I feel great.
You feel good?
It's been what, like almost 2 weeks without my braces? Or maybe a week. No, it's been a week.
A week? A whole week?
A whole week that my braces have been off. I have my permanent, retainers. Mm-hmm. And I don't really feel a difference. I mean, I'm not sucking at my teeth like I used to. I used to suck out my teeth all the time. So now I'm like, I'm feeling this grown woman smile. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm every woman.
Come on.
You know what I think about when I hear that song?
What?
Oprah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Did she have like a commercial with that or something?
I don't know.
Wouldn't that come? Did she have no commercial or something?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, so now you're eating apples and Snickers.
No. Well, yeah, I am. I'm back to eating candy again. But no, I still can't bite into an apple because it'll still break my retainer.
Oh.
So I have to slice the apples. I still have to eat the same. I mean, I still have to eat the way I was eating before.
Are your teeth more sensitive?
No, they're not, surprisingly. I thought they would be, but I could bite into a hard candy.
the real question is, are you happy with your smile?
I'm happy with my smile.
How happy?
I'm very satisfied. I'm like 97% happy with my smile.
What's the other 3%?
Because my teeth are not what I imagined it to be. I thought my teeth were gonna be like them little small little baby teeth. And like, you know, like super, super duper straight. You know, that's what I thought my teeth was going to look like. But I still have my same smile.
Yeah.
You know, my teeth still kind of poke out a little bit, but not like what it was before.
Yeah.
So I'm happy. I'm very thankful that I still have my same smile and it didn't change much. Like, I don't look like a brand new person.
Your teeth is beautiful. I mean, your smile is beautiful. So
thank you.
I want to give you your flowers on that.
Okay. I got to learn how to talk and show my teeth again. Because before with the braces, you know, you just kind of like,
it's much different, right?
Yeah, but now I'm like, girl, let me tell you what, you know, I got to make sure I show all my teeth. You know?
Oh, man. So how was your day? How was everything?
My day's been it's a little crazy now. I mean, this holiday, you know, well, first, you know, Kenzo's birthday was yesterday. He turned 4. So we had such an amazing time. I mean, he was just excited with balloons, you know.
He loved it, yeah.
He loved it. Birthday t-shirt, balloons, a cake that say happy birthday, Kenzo, and pizza that he don't even eat. He was in heaven,
yeah.
You know, so that was like amazing. But then, you know, it's retail. And well, I work in retail. It's Christmas. And the crazies come out. So it's just like stressful every day. I feel like the closer we get to Christmas, the more stressful it gets. And I don't blame people, but then I kind of do blame people because people like to wait last minute to get stuff. And they get extremely upset with you when you don't have what they're looking for.
They come in during Christmas with the same expectations.
Yes, every year.
Like it's not busy,
right.
Like there's no shipping issues.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They come in Christmas Eve wanting you to order something and have it there by that day so they can put it under the tree for tomorrow. I'm like, it don't work like that. You know what I mean? Like I just work for Gucci. I don't work for FedEx. I don't work for UPS. I don't work for the Postal Service. You know what I mean? Like I'm just here just trying to do my job and y'all got me trying to go above and beyond for nothing.
So the demand goes up during Christmas, obviously, right?
Big time.
But your inventory, does it change?
It changes a little
bit.
bit.
Y'all have more inventory, or is it the same amount of?
No, it does. It does increase it. Maybe it probably triples. But, you know, we have items that are always going to be like the top selling, the most wanted items. Like the past maybe 2 years, it's always been our belt, the double G belt. Every girl wants it. Some guys want it, but it's like every girl wants that and it's on their Christmas list.
The black one?
The black belt with the gold double G. And it's like we cannot make that quick enough for some reason. And it sells out like immediately because
so every time y'all get it in.
It's done. It's gone, you know? And then it just seems like every girl is about the same size. So it's always maybe 2 or 3 sizes of that belt sells out the fastest.
Yeah.
So then you have people who come in shopping days before Christmas and they will just buy any size. You know, let's say their girlfriend is a size 2, they buying that size 10 belt. Like they're buying it. They're like, I just need something to give to her. Can we like come back after Christmas and exchange it? You know,
is there a way to do like get a size 10 belt and then go to like a tailor?
Yeah, you can get a size
and then get it put down to like a 2.
Oh yeah, you can. But then that takes time too, because you can't just go drop it off that day and pick it up, you know?
Yeah.
That takes a few days, you know. So, and most people, they do last minute Christmas shopping. They don't have the time to go get it, you know, altered. So they do settle on, I just need a gift. I just need to get something. And they end up buying something. And then after Christmas is when we get hit with a ton of returns and exchanges, you know? So it's like you put all that work in before Christmas. You go through all that stress, you know, helping your clients pick out the perfect gift, getting stuff transferred in, and then at the day after Christmas, it's like return, exchange.
Yeah.
So it's like you maybe for about a week to 2 weeks straight, you're trying to save your sale.
Yeah.
Like the last thing you want is a return, you know? So that's going to be even stressful. So for us, like December and half of January is like extremely stressful. And then you got Valentine's Day right after, which is another stressful.
Man.
Yeah, it's like nonstop with us.
Wow. So is there something specific that every customer or problem customer is repeating when it comes to getting under your skin during this whole Christmas period?
I mean, it's just like that.
Are they all just different?
No, I mean, they're all pretty much the same. They're very short. You know, they got the attitude. It's just a very like entitled feeling. Like, I don't know. It's just everybody has the same type of mean personality, just very Grinch-like, you know. And I'm like, Christmas is not even about.
Good word,
it's
Grinch-like.
true. It's Christmas is not even about gifts. I mean, yeah, that's the fun part about it, but you don't have to have gifts to celebrate Christmas. And some people are just like very mean-spirited and just very ugly and nasty, you know, to you because they feel like you should have what they want and they need it now and you need to find out how to get it to me now. You know, it's just very demanding. And, you know, it's only so much you can take. You could be nice for so long and then, you know, after a while, you're just like, look, ma'am, I'm just doing my job. I'm doing the best that I can do. I could try to get you, you know, get the item for you, but I can't promise, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, you know.
How do they feel when you say, I'm only doing the best I could do? Do they feel like.
I mean, some.
You're not.
Well, no, some people do get, you know, apologetic. They're like, I'm so sorry. I'm taking my frustrations out on you. You don't deserve it. You know, so some people do get apologetic. But then some people just kind of like roll their eyes and like, no, you need to like do your job a little bit better. You know, they may not say it, but you can tell in their body language, you know? So it is what it is. I'm used to it. I've been in retail for a long time and it's always the same thing. But I think working for Gucci, I've been there for 6 years. It's a little different. You know, it's more demanding, it's more high pace. And there's a lot of, you know, entitled clients that we have. And, you know, it's a little different, you know, it's a little different. But I mean, I still love it at the end of the day. Yeah,
it makes you feel like, you know, like I wouldn't say like a bubble's happening where people come in from the little bubbles, and then get all weird on you. But that's just how Christmas is every time. Yeah, every year it's the same things, the same foolishness. People curse you out, people yell at you, they scream at you. It's just people get real nasty, and I'm like, all this for a belt? Seriously, people. Like, it's just crazy. But I was talking to producer Saymichael. Oh, really? Yeah, and he was talking about how a young lady that he's talking to, how she is a retail schedule and her whole entire month is already blocked out for work. Oh yeah, we've made our schedule a month in like a month in advance. So yesterday was my last off day, which I didn't even know. My next off day isn't until Christmas, and today's the 16th. Oh, wow. Yeah. Had I had known that yesterday was going to be my official last day being off, I would have rested a lot more or rested at all. You think rest would have carried over all the way until Christmas? I mean, look, I went to work stressed this morning. Yeah. You know, it's like I got like zero like rest yesterday because it was just going from here and there, you know, running errands, getting everything ready for Kinsley's little, you know, birthday. But, yeah, it's just like the stress automatically kicked in when I looked at the schedule for some reason. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not off until Christmas Day. Yeah. You know, like that's what, 9 days from now? That's a long time to be working. It is. To be on your feet, ripping and running for 9 days. But, you know, it's retail. I signed up for it. But, you know, when you hear that. Oh, of course. When you hear that money counter go off. You know, it pays off. And then for me, you know, December is already an expensive month because, you know, you have Kinsley's birthday. Your birthday is coming up this Saturday. Yeah, I'm super excited. You should be. I'm super excited. I don't know if you know, but I'm more excited than you are. Yeah, I'm telling as many people now that I'm 35. What? So I could carry over for, you know. Oh, my goodness. Like, how old are you again? I'm like 35, but really I'm 36. But you turning 36? Horrible. No, yeah. You got your birthday this Saturday, and then we have Christmas, you know. So December is always like a very expensive month for me. So I always end up spending a lot of money, but then because I work so much, I end up getting it back. So. Oh, yeah, that's good. So, I mean, it always works out. Ooh, are you ready for Christmas? Because... Look, hold on. This is an even better question. You've had how many Christmases without COVID? Right? Yeah. If not all of them, all your Christmas without COVID. All of them except what's the difference with COVID Christmas this year? So COVID Christmas this year, it's going to be different because, you know, obviously you don't get to see like your family or all of your family because like at your parents' house, we go to your parents' house every holiday. And it's always lit. I mean, family, friends, you know, close friends, friends who've been around forever who are now family, you know, food everywhere, you know, kids having fun. And then it's going to be different. It's going to be quiet, you know, which I mean, is still fine because, look, that's my only day off anyway. So,
it's going to be a lot of like just eating and just sitting down, chilling, talking, and with our immediate family. So that's going to be a little bit different. And then like every year we usually do like the Secret Santa, like all of us, the adults. But I think this year we're only just really like focusing on the kids, which is really good too. But I think this Christmas is just going to be
we
more
are doing
chill.
Secret Santa. What happened?
I think because we all just have kids, it's just like, well, let's just focus on the kids.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, we all have,
yeah.
You're the middle of 3. And so each one of you guys have 2 boys. So it's just like, okay, everybody, let's just buy gifts
just
for the
focus
boys.
on the kids. Yeah.
So
that's crazy because really when you buy gifts, you're buying gifts, the same gifts you buy for your own boys. You just get,
exactly. Because they're all around the same age. I mean, I don't consider they're a little bit older, but our other 4 nephews, they are from the ages of 1 to 2. Yeah, they're 1 and 2. So, and there's 4 of them. So I ended up just getting all the 2-year-olds the same toy. And then the 1-year-old, obviously I got him a separate toy. But I was super excited.
Look at you, strategic.
I was strategic. And I started my Christmas shopping early, which is another thing that I've never done before. I usually wait about like 2 to 3 weeks before Christmas. I actually started like the beginning of November.
I know you were, look, when I saw these boxes come in to the house, and then you made a box pile.
I know. I just every time a box came, I just put it in the pile.
Yeah, because I was like, what are these things? You know what I mean? They're obviously gifts in a stack, like a mountain. I was like, what is going on? And then you really went all out.
I did. That's why I'm so excited about this year because, I don't know. I felt like I got a lot of gifts that were like a little bit more meaningful, and not just like, now I wouldn't say random gifts because I usually put a lot of thought into gifts. But I think this year I really just like, okay, let me think about, what it is that they want and let me get it. And then now that the boys are older, they have their Amazon catalog, the toy catalog, and they just circle what they want. And so I kind of got pretty much what they, asked for. So that made it easier too. So, I think Christmas this year is going to be just, real chill.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be too crazy.
It doesn't make you, so you're still excited about this Christmas?
I am.
Spirit's still there.
Yeah, my spirit is still there. So, I mean, for today. Because, the closer we get to Christmas, I'd be like, oh, I can't stand Christmas.
Yeah, I know.
Retail really makes you hate. It does. It really makes you hate holidays. Like, when they start putting that Christmas tree up, you be like, oh, my God.
You already start feeling the stress and anxiety.
Yeah, you already feel. You like, I cannot believe it's Christmas, And it has nothing to do with the actual like Christmas, the holiday, the celebration, the realness, the truth of Christmas. It has nothing to do with hating that. It's just the people that we have to deal with during Christmas. That's the part that we hate. And it makes you hate, it makes you hate the holiday because, honestly, like I said, I'm working 9 days, 10 days before my off day, which is Christmas Day. I can't really enjoy it as much as I like because I'm gonna be chilling like the whole day because I'm exhausted, and then I have to get up early in the morning the next day to go back to work, which is also mentally draining. So I think it's just it's very physical, and it is it's more like mentally draining.
So what we're gonna do to kind of like help you like not be so stressed out for this? You know what I mean?
Just buy me flowers every day and like have chocolate next to my bed and just light a little candle. That's all I need.
Oh, you want a romantic man? Now I'm playing.
Hell no.
Romance.
Well, that's just something simple. Put a bag of M&Ms next to the bed and just light that little candle.
Yeah.
I'm good to go. No, I mean, it's just, I'll be fine. I'm just over here complaining like I usually do.
No, I think that's just what happens during every holiday.
Yeah,
you just gotta, I wouldn't say just push through because, I remember with, all those little videos that came out and pictures from Popeyes when they're overwhelmed.
Oh, that's,
what I'm saying? Where they're just, they're just laying out, just tired. It's like, you just got to prepare yourself for that.
You do.
Because it's going to happen regardless. Yeah.
And this is true. And see, like, I when I saw those Popeye videos, I'm like, I feel it. Like, I know what y'all going through. Because you go to work at Popeyes and you don't think you're going to be running like that. Maybe during like lunchtime, when it's high traffic, okay, you're going to have to move a little bit quick. But those chicken sandwiches, they couldn't keep up. It was just like.
That's too funny.
They were so, and that's what I go through every day in the month of December. But not only December, you remember like we got Valentine's Day, we got Mother's Day, Father's Day, not so much, but I mean, it's still high traffic for us. But all the major holidays that focus more on like women and families. Yeah, that is, I mean, it's crazy for us.
Popeyes is coming out with beignets.
They are?
Yeah, on their menu.
Oh no, I cannot.
You're what? You're not for it?
I mean, I'll try it, but I don't think
can
it'll
show
be
you.
good. What?
Yeah, I think
Beignets?
I think it's like Cafe Du Monde inspired.
Oh, I thought it was like
I'm not sure. No.
Okay.
I'm saying that I think they're full on. Yeah, here it is.
What?
It says, beignets to be sold for a limited time at Popeyes for holiday season. Popeyes is trying to step their dessert menu game up this holiday season by offering beignets stuffed with Hershey's chocolate for a limited time in 3, 6, or 12 packs. Even though Popeyes is now headquartered in Miami, the dessert is now a famous staple of New Orleans culture, and the Popeyes was founded, blah, blah. So, yeah.
Wait, first of all, how your headquarters is in Miami?
They moved?
Shouldn't they be in Louisiana?
Yeah, I think they just moved. I guess I don't know who Sammy Siddiqui.
I don't know. I'm confused. I'm over here.
It says Popeyes president of America's. They tested the new item in Boston. Come on now. What are they doing?
What are they doing? And then you got a 3-piece, a 6-piece and a 12-piece?
Yeah, they got 3, 6, and 12 pack.
First of all, when you go to Cafe Du Monde, all you get is a 3. There's no other options than that. And then they stuffed it with Hershey chocolate.
Hershey's chocolate. That's crazy.
That ain't no real beignet. All that is a puffed up donut with chocolate in it.
It's almost impossible for a fast food chain to get beignets right.
Yeah.
Because they have to be made fresh.
Exactly.
Think about it. From the dough to the like when it's fried to when it's given to the customer.
It has usually to be fresh.
Yeah, they're gonna have dough on the side already kind of pre-made.
Exactly.
And then, or it might not even be pre-made. It might just already been baked and they just kind of warm it up.
Yeah, see, that's what I don't like that. I think it is going to be where it's like, they get it frozen and all they do is just like drop it in a deep fryer or something. You know, I don't think it's not going to be fresh. It's not going to be like Cafe Du Monde where you can watch them make it. You know, it's fresh. Everything that they make is fresh. It's hot. It's not like sitting underneath no heat lamp, you know? So
see, that's the magic.
That's
the magic of how they do their thing is like when you go there, look, sometimes it's not always amazing.
Right. Well, yeah.
But the experience.
Exactly. It's consistent.
Yeah, it's always. And it's just such a friendly environment. It was weird during COVID.
It was
It
very
threw me,
weird. When we had to stand in line to order the food, it was very weird.
Yeah, and then we had to get our beignets in a paper bag.
Well, they normally do that when it's to go. Yeah, but we actually sat down and ate, but it still was in the to-go bag. Yeah. Which kind of was, it was weird. And then the beignets didn't taste as great either.
Yeah, they weren't as great. I was like, but it was, still good.
It was still good. The boys liked it.
Their worst beignet is most people's best beignet.
I know, that's true. Because they make 2 different types of beignets, and they make like the fluffy kind, which is my favorite, but then they make the flat, crunchy kind, which is your favorite.
Yeah. And well, I like it fluffy, but kind of crispy.
You like a little bite back.
Yeah. I don't like it soft like dough.
I like mine soft like dough. Yeah. So when we got there, I think it was a little bit more crunchy than you would like. Yeah. Because we both were just kind of like, it's okay.
Yeah, I don't want to rip up the roof of my mouth. You know what I'm saying? It's like my mouth is all raw. I was like, you shouldn't be like this for a beignet. Oh my goodness. Would you want to do a beignet shop in Dallas?
No, you talked about that. I was like,
I know, but you didn't say anything to it like as if it's a bad idea. But
it's not a bad idea, but I feel like no. I don't know. I feel like just running a restaurant.
So we're not opening Bly's Beignets?
No, we're not. Well, I like that restaurant. I mean, the beignet shop that we go to, Le Bon Ton. Yeah. I like that place, but obviously I'm used to Cafe Du Monde. So when I try other beignets, I'm like, it's not Cafe Du Monde.
Cafe Du Monde would do well in Dallas.
Oh yeah,
they'll do very well.
They would, of course. But I think they're only in Louisiana, right? Yeah. But I wonder if their headquarters are in Miami.
No, that's Popeyes.
Oh, I'm tripping. Yep. All right, never mind.
It's funny because I had the same thought. I was like, but they're in. Yeah. Then I stopped, and then you carried it.
See, crazy. So I think they're only in Louisiana. I don't think you can get them anywhere else. Maybe Houston? No, I don't think so.
No, Cafe Du Monde? No.
Yeah, I was like, no.
But people have the Cafe Du Monde box with
you can buy that at any grocery store. The flour to make the beignets.
I say that the pho place that we get pho from.
Oh yeah, we did see it there. Yeah, it was in like the can. Where they sell coffee too. Yeah. They have the coffee. They sell the flour to make the beignets, and then I think they sell like the powdered sugar too.
Oh wow, they sell all 3?
I think so. I'm not sure. And then you can order like the merch online too. So One thing I love about their business is it's just very simple. Literally, I mean, you only go there for beignets. They don't serve any other food. Like, there's no waffles. There's no bacon and eggs. Like, you are going just for beignets and a cup of coffee or milk or hot chocolate.
It's kind of like...
Or orange juice.
You know, I'm not sure if it's a New Orleans thing. Because, you know, Raising Cane's, that's New Orleans, right?
Yeah, no, Baton Rouge.
Okay. They only do chicken fingers.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it.
No, they have a chicken sandwich.
They do? They do?
They have a chicken sandwich. I think there's only 4 things on their menu. And I want to say they have a chicken sandwich.
Like a chicken finger sandwich? Or
I
just
think it's a chicken finger sandwich.
Oh.
I think. I'm not sure. But when I went there to get your food, I did see. I could be making it up, but I feel like they do have a chicken sandwich.
But for the most part, they focus on the chicken fingers, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to rate them super high with the chicken fingers.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah. You know, because the chicken itself is kind of bland.
But it is juicy.
Juicy. No. It's fried well. It's juicy. But you could tell
there's no flavor.
It's not deep flavor.
Yeah, there's no flavor. And
I look for my flavor to penetrate.
Oh my God.
The interior.
Like a spicy strip from Popeyes.
Yeah.
Now you get some flavor in that, you know?
Yeah.
But like, you see Raising Cane's, I'm not a fan, but we do have it in our mall. So if I'm craving like fried chicken, I'll settle for it.
What?
Yeah.
I thought you were not a fan. I thought you hated them.
I don't eat Raising Cane's. I probably eat Raising Cane's maybe like 3 times a year. But that's only if I'm really craving like something crunchy and like a fried food. Then I'll get Raising Cane. But the only thing that makes their chicken good to me is the dipping sauce. I like the dipping sauce. The fries, I can live without. The toast, I really like too. I'm a bread person. I love bread.
I like the toast, yeah.
I love the toast. But the sauce is what I like when I dip my chicken in. That's what makes me get the chicken. But when I do order Raising Cane's, I have to tell them like, hey, can y'all make me like a fresh batch? I know it's a little picky of me, but when it's been sitting there for a little bit,
man, I already know,
because it's dry and then it already doesn't have flavor to me, and so it's just like it just doesn't taste.
Do you
that
like
great.
that sauce they put with it?
What, the dipping sauce? I like it. I don't think it's that bad.
Look, I'm for it.
You know, I used to add hot sauce to it because they sell like the Louisiana hot sauce packets, and I would just add it to the sauce and stir it up and.
For real? Okay, Louisiana spice.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Man, because you know, church is not that bad when it comes to strips.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I love churches. Nah, that is the hood in me. You know what I'm saying? You can take the girl out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the girl. So growing up, we would always spend the weekends at my grandparents' house, and in the mornings, my grandpa, he would always buy us. If it wasn't donuts, he would get us. You want sausage biscuit from McDonald's? It was always a sausage biscuit. And so for dinner, it would be Church's chicken. You know, we would always eat Church's chicken. So I grew up off of it. And now if it's late and it's like, I'm hungry, I'm like, babe, I'm hungry. You like, what you want, Church's? I'm like, you already know. I love their chicken strips. Like it's so flavorful to me. And it may not even be real chicken. I don't even care. I like their chicken. I love their mashed potatoes, and their fried okra is like my absolute favorite. You know, I get the family size, and I eat that like popcorn.
Yeah, you do.
I love their fried
shameful.
okra. It's very shameful, but it's all good though.
Yeah, because you know, as long as Church's chicken shaped like chicken, I'm good with it. Because you know those drumsticks be gigantic sometimes.
I know.
And sometimes like the wing, not the wing, but the thigh.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's almost like a little ball of meat. I was like, ugh.
Something about it ain't right.
And then you see the bone, you open it, it's like, did y'all break these chicken bones before? Like before y'all cooked them? All the bones all mashed up.
That is true. Like their chicken is very like suspect. But you know how people say the hole in the walls, we have like the best food, in which it can be true, but just be careful, people, because like we went to.
Oh no! Look,
yes.
I was hoping when you said it, that's what I thought. I'm like, is she talking about that moment?
You already know. We went to a Asian spot where we get Chinese food, and we get the food maybe like, I don't know, 3 times a year. We hardly ever go. And it's like this little, I mean, when I say hole in the wall, it's a hole in the wall. But the food is really good. And we got it. We ate the food.
It's good and cheap.
It's good and cheap, and they give you a lot.
Yeah.
You know, they pack up that to-go plate. So then the next day, I was like, oh, I'm going to warm it up, eat the rest for lunch. I warm it up, and I'm eating it. And for some reason, I happened to just look at my plate. Y'all, I found a maggot. Making my skin crawl. A maggot dead in my plate.
Oh, man.
And somehow it got on my fork. So I must have was about to eat the piece that it was on, the maggot was on. So I looked at it and it looked like rice because I had rice on my plate. And I'm like, oh my God, is this rice or a maggot? Mm-hmm. And I wasn't scared to touch it. So I'm holding it in my finger and I'm putting it real close to my eyes and I can see like the dot, like maybe a brain or eye or something. And I'm like, oh my God, this is a maggot. So then I took a picture of it and of course I sent it to Michael. And you were just like disgusted by it. You were like,
yeah, I was
what?
very disgusted by it. I was like, wow, that is, because, you know, you think of that, how if you accidentally ate it. And then it was worse when I said, where did you find it? And she said, in the broccoli.
In the broccoli.
Ugh.
So I'm eating broccoli, y'all. What you think would be fresh and delicious and healthy?
I just got too chilled. I just keep getting them because it's that wild to me too.
In the broccoli.
Finding like
and not even that. It's like I had beef and broccoli. Which I was very questionable about the beef anyway.
You already know. Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Something about it just don't taste like real beef to me. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, okay, if there's a maggot in the beef and broccoli, that means that the beef is old or something. Like, you know what I mean? Something is off about it.
You had a like, I wouldn't say an adult maggot, but you had it
was pretty big.
Yeah, it wasn't like a little small thing.
No.
It was enough to say this should have been noticed.
Yeah, and it was, like I said, I had rice. So for me to see the maggot, like it stuck out from the rice, you know, obviously it's kind of like the same shape, you know, and I was just like, oh my God, I got so disgusted. And not only that, I felt horrible because, you know, you were eating it, I was eating it, the boys were eating it, we all ate that for dinner. And who's to say that we didn't have already, you know, eaten the maggots? Like we could have eaten it already or ate it already.
This is
I know. So I know people are like, oh, the hole in the wall places are the best foods. Yeah, it is true. But I mean, is it even worth it? You know what I mean? Worth your health eating like horrible food like that?
Yeah.
You know, because that really turned my stomach inside.
But we got to find a new spot anyways. You know, like she always puts us on to like certain Chinese food spots.
Yeah, that's true.
Because this one, I mean, what are your thoughts? Like, that's the final?
Yeah, that was it for me. I'm not going back. But you know, you could tell from the outside of the place, it looked kind of, you know, it's very sketchy. I feel like
sketchy. That's a good word
it's very
for it.
sketchy. Like it's very, very sketchy. And you know, if it doesn't have like that letter A from like the food and health inspection people, if that sign ain't in the front door, then I ain't walking up in there.
Yeah.
And I don't even think that place even get it inspected.
I mean, it looks like they haven't, you know, upgraded it probably in the last 25 years.
It looked like an old raggedy house sitting in the middle of a parking lot. And it's funny because when we pulled up, it's a drive-through. So when we pulled up, in the back of that quote unquote house, there's like another like house, like a shed attached to it with like a key lock on it, like one of those boat locks, I guess. And it looks dark and weird. And I don't know if it's like a storage unit, but it looked gross and disgusting because you have to drive around it to get through the drive-through. And I was just like, what? I never noticed it before. And some reason I noticed it. And I just kept having all these weird thoughts like, oh, I know they got roaches up in this place. Like, I just know it, you know. But I didn't want to say it because we were about to order food anyway. I didn't want to ruin the experience for everybody. But yeah, for me to see that the next day, I was just like, oh.
You know, they just shut down a Chipotle in New York.
Really?
Because
don't say nothing about no rats.
Yeah, because the rats were attacking the employees.
Oh, what?
They said 4 employees got bit. From these hyper aggressive rats.
Okay, so y'all, like maggots don't bother me, but rats, they make my skin crawl. Like my feet right now underneath this table.
It's wild, right?
I'm scratching the skin off right now. Yeah. Rats make my skin crawl. Like their tail. Ooh. All right, y'all. I'm getting like.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell y'all the other rat story.
No, please don't.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that right there.
That made me cringe for like a whole day.
Yeah,
and then people probably like, tell us the rat story.
Yeah. Should I tell them the rat story?
Yeah, go ahead, tell them. Just go ahead.
This is the worst rat story ever that you've ever heard. Where
I need water.
This guy, he was just walking, waiting on the bus, you know, in New York, and then he's like walking, waiting, and then a part of the sidewalk collapses and he falls into a pit that's like 12 or 15 feet down under. And there's like people saw him and he fell and he's trying to hold himself up against everything. And then he falls all the way through
And then they're screaming, they're saying, hey, are you okay? Are you okay? And he didn't want to say anything because in the pit that he fell in, it was full of rats. And he felt like if he said something, that a rat would go into his mouth.
Oh,
And he was in there with packed full of rats for 45 minutes until till the fire department got him out. And they said, the mom spoke on his behalf, said that he is 100% purely traumatized from this situation and this experience. Whew.
I'm traumatized just by being a listener. I know it make your skin. Can you imagine just being covered by rats and you can't even say anything because you're afraid that one is gonna get in your mouth? The fact that they crawling all over you.
Yeah.
What do you do? And you gotta just keep still.
Remember, he's like, if he's falling in there, we saw those rats, we're like, ugh.
You better grab the walls. You better climb on up. Man,
I would have been that whole climbing.
Yeah, you and me both. That's traumatizing.
That's the worst thing I could ever think of to experience. And I wouldn't be surprised they made a movie just about that particular a short film.
No, have you ever seen that movie? Oh, I can't remember the name of it. It might have been called Rats. I'm not even sure. It was like
Rats.
Yeah, I don't remember the name. It was like these two brothers who ended up like I think inheriting a house, and it was like an old house, and it was like one of the brothers ended up like making one of the rats a friend or something, but then the house was like filled with rats. Oh, I can't remember the name, but I watched it as a kid.
Ratatouille?
No, it's not like I mean, it's one of those gross movies, I guess. Now I remember think about it.
Only rat story I remember is when, in the Michael Jackson story.
Oh my goodness!
When they had the little rat that he came and then he found it dead in the rat trap.
When he was like a child, he was like 4.
Look! Don't sleep on that movie.
That's such a good movie.
That's really
I think The American Dream or An American Dream.
That's one of the Michael Jackson movie.
Yeah,
it was done very well.
Yeah,
it was done very, very well. When actually, that might be one of my favorite movies.
It's one of mine. I love that movie. I could watch that movie.
You remember when it premiered? When it came out?
I don't remember.
I don't remember when it came out like that, but I do remember. Like when I first saw it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, is this really Michael Jackson?
I know. It was like a 4-hour movie.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't Michael Jackson because when he got older, I knew that that one kid who was Michael Jackson.
What is his name? The little black boy.
Yeah.
Well, obviously he's black.
Was he the Lion King guy for Simba?
Oh, I can't remember his name. But he was he sung the song, "You call if you wanna come run with me." Didn't he sing that with Chingy?
Him?
Yeah, wasn't he in the movie as Michael Jackson? I think he was one of the. I forgot his name.
Oh, I can't find his. I'm putting Michael Jackson actor.
No, put The American Dream. I think that's the name of the movie. The
American.
His name. What was his name? I think that was the guy who sung that song with Chingy. I think he was the little boy.
Actually, it didn't show.
What?
It says Wiley J. That's not who it was.
Well, he was the teenager Michael Jackson.
Why don't they show the whole cast? Yeah, there it is. Jason Weaver.
Yeah, Jason Weaver. That's the one who sung with Chingy. Yeah,
that's
Jason
Simba.
Weaver. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah. See, when I was watching, I was like, "Is this really Michael Jackson?" Then I saw Jason Weaver. I was like, "Oh, that ain't Michael Jackson."
So silly.
Hey, ain't no Michael Jackson.
He did a good job playing that role.
He did an amazing
job.
job.
He had to get that switch. Was it Jason Weaver?
No, it wasn't Jason Weaver.
That was another little boy.
Yeah, Jason Weaver was when he became
older.
Yeah, got a little bit older. Then when he got much older, remember he was when the Sprite commercial and the Pepsi commercial.
That was the first one they just showed. Then he was like, "That's not Michael Jackson. That was him when his hair burned. That was that one."
When I saw that and his hair burned, I felt for Michael Jackson.
You are so silly. He had the little monkey as a pet. Oh, that was so cute.
That was a good time.
But I like that movie a lot, but more because of obviously you get to see Michael Jackson in his move and groove and singing and dancing. But the relationship of his parents was kind of like crazy too.
Yeah.
Like the dad would have a whole nother relationship, and then the mom, like, she ended up hearing the phone call, and she's like, eavesdropping. She's like listening to the lady talk to her husband, like, "Hey babe, when you coming home?" And then she's just like, "I had enough, and you need to get out." And I don't know. I thought their relationship was kind of crazy.
They broke up too, right?
No, they never got divorced. They stuck it out to the end. I think. I don't know if they ever got divorced.
Man.
Yeah, I think they've been together forever. But didn't one of them die? The dad? I don't know. I could be making
Joe
it up.
Jackson?
Maybe not. Maybe I don't know. But I know one of them got really, really sick. But I don't think they've ever gotten a divorce. I think they are still together. If neither one of them died, but
yeah, I think they're. I think he's still alive. You know, if you haven't seen someone in a while, you're like, did they die?
I know. But for some reason I thought the dad did die. But I don't want to spread no rumors, y'all.
Yeah, he did. 2018,
Oh, see, I know I wasn't tripping.
June 27th,
Oh wow.
on Michael Jackson's birthday.
Really?
No.
Oh, I was about to say I ain't know that. Oh
Yeah.
See, I knew somebody had passed away. I just couldn't remember who it was.
You know, when I think of Michael Jackson and they talk about like a verses or whatever,
Yeah.
and there's nobody. If Michael Jackson was alive today, there's nobody he could do verses with.
No, of course
But
not.
when people talk about Lil Wayne, I don't think there's anybody for him to do verses with.
No, of course not. There's nobody on Lil Wayne level. I mean, you have he is one of the best rappers alive. You know.
Yeah.
Well, I got my Biggie t-shirt on today, but you know, you got Jay-Z, you have all these other great rappers, but the rap is so different. The style is so different. Like you can't put Jay-Z and you can't even put Eminem and Lil Wayne together. I feel like the styles are so different. It doesn't even make sense.
Well, there's some people who would never do a verses though. Like Eminem, I can never see him doing it.
Oh, he would never do it.
Jay-Z, you already know that ain't
of course
happening.
not.
Kanye, he may do it, but he would want to be someone like, he want to go against someone like Drake.
But that wouldn't make sense to me either.
I don't think Kanye should, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think
Someone said,
anybody
who do you think would win in a versus between 50 Cent and The Game?
Come on now, y'all. The Game don't even have that many.
I know my
hits.
brother put that up as a little thing, and when I hit you put out
the voting thing.
The voting thing?
Yeah.
As soon as I hit it, it's like 90%, 50 Cent. I was like,
course.
I looked at it, I was like, hold on, what if The Game came out with?
Oh my God! Either you love the underdogs on top. I'm gonna shine like this
But
in
50
the
Cent was
whole
on that song, right?
He might have been. Yeah, I think he was. Yeah,
And
on
then,
the rap
yeah.
MVP. Yeah, that was 50 Cent. G Unit.
You missed G Unit?
No.
Did you rock G Unit?
No, heck no.
No, not the clothes. Did you rock?
I was about to say, no indeed.
Man, when I seen a dude with the G Unit wife beater, I was like, oh, I know what type of guy you are.
Oh
Lame.
my God, super lame.
Yeah.
But see, I wasn't into like those type of urban clothes. You know, I said in the podcast before, I wore a lot of Tommy Hilfiger. That's what I like to wear.
Man.
Back then. I didn't do like the baby fat and juicy couture and apple bottoms and all that. I ain't wearing none of
Tommy had that look though.
Yeah, I think I had one FUBU outfit. So yeah, I wasn't really into like urban wear.
You didn't wear FUBU like that?
No, I had one FUBU outfit, and it was actually like given to me by one of my.
Why you say
great
outfit?
friends.
Like jean jacket or something?
No, it was like a shirt and shorts. So that was all I had, and you know, I don't know. I just wasn't into like urban wear.
Man, you know, right before we recorded this podcast or got on this podcast, we and by we I'm talking about me and you.
Yeah.
We're on this Clubhouse room with Kevin Samuels.
Yeah. Oh wow.
If y'all not familiar with Kevin Samuels, you know, I'm not gonna I don't have a clip to play.
Yeah, Google him.
Yeah, Google him. And there's a video where he's like, you know, damn near telling, you know, the brutal truth
Right.
to a young lady who's like looking for what is considered a high value man. And today in this, so it went viral, and people kind of like started watching him and seeing what type of guy he is.
Yeah.
And then now you look and you say, okay, he popped up in a room, stage full of women, but he was, in essence, I felt like he came prepared.
Oh, of course.
You know, with everything that he needed to downplay it. And the thing that he was missing in this room were men on the stage
Yeah.
to hold him accountable for his ways as well.
Exactly. Yeah, you didn't really hear any men speaking up. It was just him talking and girls like trying to defend themselves.
Yeah, and that was to me I don't know if you would consider that whack.
I thought it was.
It wasn't. You think it was whack?
Yeah, I feel like his tone is a little harsh too. The way he talks to, I wouldn't say just women, maybe just people in general. That's just how he is. I feel like you got to be a little bit more delicate how in how you deliver your message. But some stuff he was saying is true. You know, sometimes you know, it's just hard as black men to be valued and you know, black women, we put so much pressure on black men. Like our standards are way too high. It's like, okay, well, when I want to be married, he needs to, you know, already make six figures. He needs to already have this, that. Okay, but then what about you? You know, or what are you bringing to the table? You have,
But when they do, when a woman does bring something to the table, let's say financials,
yeah,
that's not what men want.
right, right,
So I feel like men and women have to bring different things to the table
exactly,
that balance each other out.
right, exactly.
But a lot of times when people compare, they're comparing what men bring and comparing what women bring as if they're the same thing.
Yeah,
And I think that's what caused a lot of the confusion. But, you know, and that's why I was saying, I was like, a lot of things that he says, you know, the delivery's off,
yeah.
but there's truth to what he's saying.
Yeah, there's some truth in it. And even I was just kind of like, you know, kind of listening to the whole conversation, you know, of women asking for so much from men, which, you know, everybody has their type and what they will settle for, what they won't settle for. And a lot of these women are like college educated and they make six figures, and, you know, they have these high standards of men that they only want to date, what they call high value men. But then it's like, okay, if you, like I brought this up to you, I'm like, if y'all went to school to get this education, to be able to get this six-figure paying job, where were the guys at that y'all went to school with? You know, because like I said, majority of our friends or people that we know, they married their spouse, they met their spouse in college.
Yeah.
You know, so when these women are going to school, who are they hanging out with? Who are they talking to? Like if you going to school to be whatever you being a therapist or a doctor, you get your PhD, whatever, I'm sure there's some men in the classroom with you. Why aren't y'all like talking to them? You know? But it's like sometimes women expect, okay, well, because I'm making six figures, he needs to match or more. It's like, okay, but you went to school with those guys. Like, where are they now? Like, why aren't you kind of like linked up with them? You know, I don't know. I find it weird. You
One
know?
of our clients, she actually went through this. I actually told her about Clubhouse. And then what she actually responded was that, oh, it reminds me of this dating app that was invite and exclusive for high value women and high value men. And then she got on there. She's like, that's where I met my husband. She's like, yeah, so it worked for me. And I just went on there, and they both are like entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And, you know, they both investors and stuff like that. And I was just kind of like shocked at how much it worked for her, you know?
Right.
Now, she didn't go into detail or anything. So, you know, there might be a few holes in that story.
I'm sure.
And I was like, oh, because I've never met him.
Yeah.
But yet, you know, she's, oh, he's asleep, or he's this and he's that.
He don't exist. He don't exist. But I mean, I get it though. Just like, you know, women always complain like, where are all the good men at? It's like, where you looking? Where y'all going to find these good men? Because if you going to the club, you know what I'm saying, and then you get in a relationship with him, but you mad that he's still going out every weekend and you rather stay at home. It's like, okay, you met him at the club.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, where y'all meeting these men? Because there are good men out there, you know what I'm saying? For example, you know what I'm saying? And then all the people that we surround ourselves with are good men, good women. So it's like, where are y'all going out to meet these people? Because they're out there, they're looking for you just like you looking for them. But are you even putting yourself out there?
Yeah,
you know?
Look, I got, like, I wouldn't say a bunch of homeboys, but I got homeboys where they're ready to be in a relationship. And when you find a man like that,
right,
a man who's ready to be in a relationship,
which is, rare. A little
yeah,
bit rare.
it's rare, but they're there.
Right.
And literally anybody could come by, have the right timing, and then boom.
Exactly.
You know, because it's almost like if you find a man who's ready to get in a relationship, it's almost as if just if you present yourself, he has a higher likelihood of falling in love.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, I'm just like,
he's ready.
Because he's ready. And he
Yeah.
says, look, I'm ready to start this family.
Right.
I'm ready to get my life together in whatever
Exactly.
way with, you know, my wife and all this. And, you know, a lot of times when you find stuff like that where a guy's super ready, they find a girl or a woman who doesn't value them.
Exactly.
And it sucks because it's like, why can't you find the guy who's ready
And
and
the
a
girl
woman
who's
who's ready? Yeah. And then put them together.
Right,
But it's
right.
always like those who want it don't really get it because they're attracted to what the opposite is.
Exactly.
You know, because, you know, they'll get a girl or a guy will get a girl who's, you know, pretty well traveled. Oh, that went off or something.
No.
A guy will get a girl who's like kind of well traveled and, you know, lock her in. And then next, you know, he gets cheated on, heartbroken, all these different type of things. And I know people particularly, you know, where the male's more beta and the woman's more alpha. And they even had a statistic out that now 50% more women are cheating on their on their man than ever before.
Maybe that's like a defense mechanism, I think.
What?
It's more like, let me cheat on him first before he could cheat on me so he won't break my heart.
Oh, you
Maybe,
think?
I don't know. You know, it's just so many games out there. I think it's just more of a game thing.
Yeah, and then I'm always wondering, like, who are they asking? You know what I'm saying?
Cheaters.
Yeah, like it could be like thousands and thousands of women they ask.
Yeah.
It has to be like maybe like 20 women. They probably just
Maybe.
have you ever cheated? And like, yeah. But they probably, where did they ask? They probably got it from one like subset
Yeah,
in a
exactly.
particular city.
Yeah.
If they went to Detroit, not Detroit, if they went to Chicago, then I already know. Because Chicago wild.
Oh my goodness. I mean, my thing is, you know, I think as women, we need to stop putting so much pressure on our men. You know, we need to stop. I mean, it's great to have like high expectations, but then at the same time, it's okay to date a man who makes less than you, as long as he has goals. You know, if he's okay with making less and he has no goals and no future and he's just like content and comfortable, yes, that's a problem. But if you meet the man who makes, who makes $40,000 and you make $150,000, but he has goals and aspirations and he wants to do this, maybe within the company, he wants to move up, whatever. Like, you can help mold that man. You can help build him to where he wants to go. You know?
but
women don't be one putting in that work.
But women got to put in work.
You got to put in work.
And men also got to step it up too.
Yeah, same.
You know what I mean?
It goes
Because
both ways.
yeah, I'm not saying that, you should accept things as they are.
Right,
Not
exactly.
for neither. I don't think that's what we're saying. I think it's more in the sense that, men also, because men are now maturing later than probably ever before in history.
Yeah,
and
sure.
technology is making it much easier for men to find women who are willing to give them gifts without actually earning
for
it.
it.
Yeah, working for it.
Exactly.
So the availability that men have with women has kind of like changed, and it's kind of leveled the playing field. And that's why, men don't feel like they're pressed to get into a relationship, because really they could choose. The older
That's
a man
true.
gets, especially after 25, no, I'll say after 28,
Yeah,
it starts to become his choice.
that's true. That's very true.
And the women who were doing all this dodging from every, guy that was trying to get at her because she wanted that top dog. Think about it. She wanted that top dog. And now she's 33, 34 and feeling a little bit anxious at the amount of time that's going to be required for her to get to her bigger goal, which is probably a family.
Right, exactly.
And that there's like one young lady on there, you could tell she put a lot of work into her body, a lot of work, and like you could tell she's like all the pictures were, bathing suits, high end clothing, traveling all these places.
Yeah.
And then people are like, and then those type of women are like, I'm not asking for anything. It's like, but look at your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
You look expensive
Yeah,
as hell.
yeah. You look expensive.
Yeah.
And then when you're saying, so the man that you would want to, in essence, see that as this is perfect.
Yeah.
More likely you're going to want more time out of him than it really is the money.
Right, exactly.
And it just gets to become the availability of high quality men is much lower than the availability of high quality women.
Yeah.
It's wild that not more people are getting married, but maybe it is just different now.
I think it's just different. I think people, I don't know. I think because it's so easy to just like end the marriage and just get a divorce and move on. I think that's why most people are just like, see, that's why I don't want to get married, because sometimes people look at it like, I have friends, I wouldn't say friends, but I know people who would just say straight up like, if me and my partner don't work out, I'm just going to get a divorce. And they say this before they even get married.
I heard it too.
Yeah, and I think that's so weird. Like, we don't even use the word divorce. We say the D word, actually. Like, we don't even use that word here. So it's like, why would you marry somebody with that thought in your head saying, if it doesn't work out, I'm going to just get a divorce? Like, it's just so easy just to get a divorce. So people are just like, I'm just not going to get married.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's so weird.
It is weird, and I know a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad because even if a woman does strive to get into a relationship like that, then what value do they put on that relationship?
Exactly.
Saying, I want a man to marry. Then when you get married, you're like, look, worst case scenario,
we just get a divorce.
we just get a divorce.
And then be okay with saying it as
Yeah, it's
an
like
option.
it's like starting a business saying, worst case scenario, I just file for bankruptcy.
Yeah,
it's
I'll
like,
just
why would
quit.
you even think that be as an
Exactly.
option? Because if you're preparing, in essence, just even reserving a little part of your mind for bankruptcy or for divorce.
Just quitting. Period.
Yeah,
Just to
that
quit.
right there. That makes it available to you.
Exactly.
See, when you shouldn't even be an option.
No, that's why I always tell you, like, I'm sorry, but we stuck together forever.
Forever.
I mean, like,
Who said that? Nene?
Cardi B, right?
Nah. Oh yeah, Cardi B. Forever.
Forever. We stuck forever.
Yeah.
So I mean, all relationships go through their ups and downs, but to say, you know what, we're gonna get a divorce. I'm like, I would never say that.
Yeah, I do think it's a dangerous word to use, but people want solutions.
Right.
And these women aren't finding the solutions. And I get it, like if I'm a baddie, I'm not a woman, obviously, but if I'm a baddie,
which you
who,
are,
yeah, who out here, what I mean, making guys thirsty and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Now I own my own business. I have my own investment portfolio.
Yeah.
I'm doing all these big and bad things, and then you're like, but where's the guy? It's like, I don't even want to say it. That's the hard part. I didn't want to say it, but if a girl was bad,
yeah,
and she has all these other things, I don't even want it. Like, not even that I don't even want it, is that I don't even want to compete with it. But because to me, I don't know, this may be a wrong assumption. It carries ego to see that a woman has all these high ambitious things and she's good. And then you think, not in the sense of how can I add value to her as far as financially, but she already has what most people strive for within a team. Right. So when you look at that, it's like, you don't even need a team. You don't need someone to add to it because you seem like you're good. Yeah. And I think that's what people mean by intimidated by like some men are intimidated by the women who are like high achieving. Yeah. Because they aren't there yet.
But see, I think that type of woman, like a boss woman, she would need like a boss man. They would have to have like the same type of like, I guess, similar lifestyle.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if a boss man would like a boss woman like that.
I mean, there's some men out there,
I know the men who say it. Yeah. But the availability of seeing it, it doesn't happen. Because even when they see, I don't know if, go ahead.
Well, I think, maybe in the beginning they may love and appreciate that their wife is out there making all these moves and, busybody or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's like, okay, like, are you going to have time for me? Are you going to spend time with me? You like something like that? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Like, are you going to come home and cook and clean?
No.
And be domesticated?
No, I think it is like, it's just a difference. Like, again, like I said, the main thing that I think is more important to a man is how she makes him feel. And she makes him feel like, again, some women don't want to do the whole playing the game, stroking the ego, respecting him to a certain extent. Right. Or just giving him that respect. So they want to say, no, he's going to earn it. And no, like, I'm not going to, submit in any type of way, and that type of energy. It might not make a man feel good. And that's the hard part. It's like, at the end of the day, that's what like me as a man, I'm saying this is that a man wants to feel good. And like I said, you don't have to be good looking, to, to look good or whatever. No, it's not about good looking girls. Cause at the end of the day, it's not about your looks. Yeah. Right. It's about your confidence and what you put out and how you make the other person feel. Because there's women who aren't the most attractive, who have a line of men behind them because of how they make men feel. And this not just on a sexual level. I'm talking about intimacy level. Yeah. On a respect level at how they make him feel. And when a man feels like that, it's almost like in a second, he's like in love because it's very rare for women to make a man feel that way, But, I got it here.
So it's a lot of alpha women out there, you know what I'm saying? So... we had to grow up, in the streets. We had to, fight we had to fight for hours. Yeah. So maybe it's the way we are built too. Because I know for me, it's a little hard for me to be sensitive. Sometimes I'm a little sharp at the tongue too, and you have to remind me. So
this is true.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I definitely get what you're saying, but. I think it is true that some, us women, we do need to kind of like take a step back and be a little bit more sensitive.
Just listen a little more to what men want.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a word for the lack of, availability. Not even availability, but paucity. Okay. Paucity is the lack of like, if you don't have enough facts, when you lack something. Okay. So if there's a lack of men available, there's a paucity, of men well, not men available. What is it?
Availability of men.
No, like there's a paucity of men, but I don't know if you ended in like available.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean? But that means that there's very few or not enough.
Man,
telling
y'all women, if y'all got some male best friends out there, you better marry them real quick. Don't be like, oh, I don't want to date you because you're my best friend and it might ruin our relationship. Girl, you better marry him because you ain't gonna meet nobody like him.
You got like, oh man,
look,
when you put too much like attention on me,
I don't know what to do with it. But it's true though. It is true because a lot of times ladies, they would have a male best friend right there, and they're like, you know what? I don't want to date him because it might mess it. If it doesn't go well or it doesn't go good, then it might mess up our friendship. It's like you never know till you try.
Oh, that's true.
And here we are.
Yeah, but that was already set in stone.
I mean, I know.
Yeah,
that was a little bit different. It was.
Our situation is very different. Yeah, I think it was already set because I was already trying to pursue you.
Come on, pursue.
And you moving to Dallas created the lock-in.
Come on, locking in. I know, right?
Look, I don't want to talk too much because I was talking to a friend today because I was like, when people don't have the certain successes or luck or the things that you have, and then you talk about it, I know how it can make other people feel.
No, that's true.
That's
very true.
So sometimes maybe that's why I'm not too showy.
Right.
Because I know someone's out there like, oh man, I didn't get that lucky, or it wasn't like this for me, and this and this and that, Right. So I always try to be a little bit, considerate of others, but then I also have to be proud of my blessings.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And not hide behind them or apologize for them.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? Because I do feel blessed, and sometimes it looks to me like a bubble.
That's true.
But I built it, and I put the work in to.
Right.
I feel like I don't use this word often, but to deserve it.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
That's a good word to leave it on.
I love that.
Nice little dismount.
I know, right?
Is there anything else you'd like to share with the people?
Well, your birthday is this Saturday, so I'm excited to celebrate. I hope you're excited.
I am. Are you?
I am. Boys over there getting that suit tailored. Look at
I wonder
that.
how the boys gonna act.
I don't know, but they're excited that your birthday's coming.
Yeah, look, I can tell you what I would like.
What?
If they could surprise me or wake me up and let that be the beginning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay, well, we'll set something up for you.
Yeah, because, that's probably one of the best parts, because I'm knocked out in the bed.
Yeah, you do be knocked out.
And then when they come over there, sometimes they could jump on me, I just don't feel it.
No, I know, trust me.
That would be good, though, because I'm excited about my birthday.
You
the big
should be.
3-6.
I know.
I'm so surprised I even made it here.
Well, you're here.
I'm here.
Grown and sexy.
Yeah, now I just got to protect, what we have.
Yes.
And make sure that I keep my head on the swivel.
Come on now. Eyes in the back of that head.
Oh my God. Well, thank y'all for listening so much. Enjoyed it. We'll see y'all later. We love y'all. Peace. No matter how beautiful anybody is, there's something ugly about everybody. Peace out.